so gracious to be here with us today. These are colleagues of mine that I see on a regular basis. They're colleagues of First Lady also. You know them as your what do you call it, your weekend duo on the weekends on 107.5 WGCI. Dani D's on from 10 to 2, and Trey White is on from 2 to 6. So if you can guys welcome them, if you're
Hi everybody. I'm Dani D.
I'm Trey. Man, I would have got a line in there. I know about you Thank you. Okay. But yeah, my name is Trey White. I'm on GCI, like she said, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on the weekends. And we also fill in like on day parts when like the full-time people aren't there.
So we're not that far ahead of you as far as age. I'm 25.
Yeah, I'm 26.
So yeah, where do we begin?
So in this room, are there any radio people specifically interested in radio? Or, okay, radio.
So everybody
Television. Production aspect as well, production. Okay, cool. So basically radio and TV, they kind of go hand in hand with the whole broadcast thing. As far as production, I was like a PA. I did PA work for like BET. I went to like DC and worked like BET Honors a couple of years ago because I like production. Like I feel like I want to have like a media empire one day. So I just feel like you have to get that experience. But I guess we could go and talk about our story and how we got to where we are now, and then we'll just open the floor up for questions and stuff like that. So I have the lady go first.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. So I went to college. I broadcasting. I majored in radio, TV. I always knew I wanted to do radio. When I was in college, I was at our station. I had a show for all 4 years. I became a personnel director, general manager. So I wanted to do everything. I wanted to learn the ins and outs because in reality, everyone isn't always going to be the broadcaster. You're not always going to be the face. So you want to learn how to be the producer. You want to know the PR aspect of it and everything. So I did everything when I was in college. I also promoted for DJ Ferris. I was a heavy hitter for some of his parties. And from there, I was able to get an internship at Power 92. And that's where I started. I became a board operator, a producer. After that, after about a year working there, they gave me an on-air position. And that's because I had been working on my craft for a long time. So I had been reading commercials, doing imaging and all that type of stuff. So they had already heard my voice. I was continuously sending them air checks. That's why you have to work on your air checks so you can perfect it and get better.
What's the air check?
Oh, good question. Okay, air check. It's basically a recording. It's like a mock show. So it's not actually a show that you broadcasted, but it's something that you put together. So you might have an intro. You might have something that you would say with content, like if you're telling a story, something funny, something maybe with a caller, and then like an outro. So it's usually what, like 1.5 minutes,
Like
2 minutes, 2 minutes, something to show your best work. So I was doing that while I was at Power, and that's how I got the job. I started off humble beginnings, 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. on Friday night, Saturday morning. So I was grinding for real. After that, somebody left, and I got put on noon to 7 on Sunday. So I was on 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. on Friday, Saturday morning, noon to 7 all day on Sunday. So that was my beginning. Make a long story short, GCI had been listening to me during that 7-hour slot. So I'm thankful for that 7 hours. They heard me, they called me, and I just had to go with it. iHeartMedia, bigger company, love Power 92 to death because that was where I got my start. So I will always remember that and always love that. But now I'm at GCI. I love it, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. So people are hearing me more. I'm getting more hosting gigs. Me and Trey have connected. So now we do the standoff, and we're the youngest there. So, I mean, we relate to the demo. So that's basically my journey. Trey White, Tell your story.
But I went to Xavier University down in New Orleans. I majored in broadcast communication, but I went to school. I wanted to be a weatherman, and obviously that didn't go well. But I wanted to be a weatherman, so but then I also like to party. I like to have a good time when I was in college, so I started party promoting down there, whatever. Then I just needed an internship, and my school was mainly known for like medicine. Sending people to pharmacy school and medical school and stuff like that. So my communications program was small. It was maybe like 20 of us. But I needed an internship to graduate. So when I party promoted, the guy knew the lady who was like the promotions director in New Orleans at iHeart down there, at iHeart Media down there, which was Clear Channel when I first started. I had an internship down there. I needed an internship. So when I got there for the interview, it's crazy how just the world is just so small. When I got the internship for the interview, the promotions manager who was hiring me was my camp counselor back in Chicago when I was like 10. So that was weird. So I got on there. I was doing promotions, so I was cleaning vans and just doing getting food. I was just like the errand boy, the errand boy, whatever. So then,
But they paid you.
Yeah, no, I didn't get paid.
You didn't get paid.
I got an internship.
Even better.
So I interned for 2 years there. 1 year it was like a legit internship, and then the next year I kind of had to like finagle my way back in there. So I honestly, I wouldn't recommend this, but I told them like I was still getting credit. I gave them like an old form because I knew I just wanted to be there. So I gave them like I did. I don't really like.
What not to do with Trey White, guys.
Yeah, don't do what I did. But I kind of lied and told them like I was still getting credit for this class. And then, even though I wasn't, but I was still there because I didn't want to leave. Like, I was just like, I want to do this. I'm determined to do this. So then, they ended up, so then at this time, that's when like the recession was bad or whatever. So like the company wasn't hiring anybody. So like they're on this hiring freeze for like promotions assistants, which basically is like it's kind of like, it's not the low, I mean, it's a great job, but it's kind of like a step above an intern, but you're getting paid. So by that time, I finally got hired for that. And I did that for a year, but I knew like I didn't want to be in promotions forever. So it just so happened that's when the New Orleans Saints won the Super Bowl this year, that year. And I was walking back with my boss, and I always tell people you got to seize the moments when they're there. So I was walking back with the program director, and it was just me and him, and I was just like, man, I want to be on the radio. Like, this is what I want to do. And he was like, okay, cool. So I started sitting there with the full-time talent, and then I just started learning that way. And then but during that time, I was submitting air checks, like she said, with those are like your resume, your real. So I would submit those every week to him. And I knew he wouldn't even listen to them all the time, but I would just continue to keep doing them. I would do them on my laptop. I would go in overnight and do them. When somebody got off at midnight, that's when all access to the building was. So I knew the guy, I became cool with the guy that would come in there overnight. So I would come in there with him at midnight. Mind you, I was still in school. I was working at the Gap. At this time, I wasn't working at Alabama yet. I was working at Gap, and I would go to school, work at Gap, go to the radio station at midnight, make air checks from like 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. And then what happened was that the full-time talent, she was on vacation, and they have another part-time girl. She was about to have a baby, so I'm just doing my air checks or whatever. Next thing you know, she went into labor, like during the ladies' vacation, so they needed somebody on air, and they were just like, okay, Trey, well, now's your time. So then I got on air, and then ever since then, it's been kind of rolling since then. So I got on air. So after that, I did that 4th shift, and then I was doing 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. Monday through Friday. And we had the opportunity to voice track. I don't know if y'all know what voice track is. That's when you kind of like record radio stuff. But I will say GCI is live, so yeah, it's like, I will get in that. Yeah, I got to voice track, but I wanted to get the experience of being in the actual studio, so I will go in and do a live show from like 12 a.m. to 4 a.m., wake up, go to class. It was just every day, but I was just grinding. So then, so I got here. So I did that for a year or so, then I started getting a regular weekend shift on Saturday and Sundays in New Orleans. And then I got here because And all this time, when I graduated college in 2012, it's supposed to be in 11, but I didn't lie to you. I graduated in 2012, and then I was working the weekends. I be having to think of my story. I be having to work the weekends, and then I started working at the Outback. Because I had to get money, I was trying to do a lot of stuff. And then I got here. Oh, all the while I was applying to work at GCI, trying to go to different markets. Nobody would give me that. I was applying here. The old program director at the time never emailed me back. It was just I kept going or whatever. But I guess it just wasn't that time. So then I was out of school for 2 years still, and then I saw something online here, and then I just applied. And that's how I ended up at GCI. So I guess the 2 year prior to that, it just wasn't my time. But this is where I'm at now. I've been here I'm originally from here. I went to King High School, went to elementary school here. So I've been on GCI back in Chicago for about a year and like a couple months. Yeah, so she's almost at her year. So a year and a few months. So that's my story.
One thing that I dislike, I guess, is always wanting more. We're part-time, so of course we want to be full-time eventually. So it's just knowing that one day it'll come, but it's like, when is it gonna come? When? But I mean, like me and Trey, we both stay positive, and we know that it'll be here one day. We're still young, we still have time. We just gotta grind it out right now until we can get it. So just as long as you work hard, I believe you can get any position you want when it comes to radio.
And I would say like that, and your mindset, if you have a positive mindset, you go to work every day and people like you, certain things will start happening. Like for me, like they're training me to be like a music director. Now I didn't even, that wasn't even my mindset of doing that when I came here. But, I guess they show my work ethic and stuff like that. I mean, I'm going to take the opportunity because now a lot of times the jobs, they're looking for personalities, but they're also looking for music directors at once. They're looking for like an on-air personality along with a program director. That's where they're hiring jobs. They're putting 2 jobs in one now. So
What a music director.
basically, like she was saying, like they kind of program the songs for the radio station, the feel of the station, the sound of it.
And choose the personality.
Choose the personalities and stuff like that, which is cool because, like, I don't know if y'all gonna know this guy named DJ Ayo, but he was like us 2 years ago. But then he became the program director in Miami, and then now he's like in LA. He's like the assistant program director in LA, and also the on-air person. He's like the midday guy. So I mean,
So the more you know, the better. Like I was talking about production earlier. Now, I've always read commercials and stuff like that. So now they have me like the assistant production girl. So now I'm like on almost every commercial now. GCI, B103, the gospel station. So like Trey is learning the programming part. I'm learning the production part. So that's gonna make us, more wanted in this business.
What is your least favorite part? Okay, what's your favorite and what's your least favorite part? What do you like in this one?
okay.
What do you love? What do you hate?
I got to think
I have a lot of dislikes, but I have a lot of likes. I think the hardest part I think about this job right now is, so we all are in school to study the craft and go to school every day and to learn and stuff like that. I went to school, this is what I went to school for. But I think a lot of times now, where I feel like it's going to be hard, is because a lot of times they want, especially in urban radio, they want what's hot. So like for instance, now they're offering jobs to like reality stars or people who might have been who aren't popping anymore. Not popping anymore, but like like an artist who
The hip hop TV show.
yeah, like an artist who so like an artist who was very big back
It
then,
is, it's like
but then
actors,
now
so
they're just looking for
yeah.
something else to do. They're getting into this field of radio, so it makes it hard for people like us.
It's frustrating.
It's frustrating because this is what we study, this is what we constantly trying to grind for, and then you got somebody just because they have a huge following, quote unquote, and they're gonna come in here and get the job, and we're kind of faced with that now. I'm not gonna say no name, but we're kind of faced with that now at the radio station. But
back in the time.
Huh?
No.
But what I do like about the job, I just love being on air and connecting with people. Or like, you know, it's so we're accessible now. So like, even when I'm on air, people might Snapchat me like, man, Trey, I like the way you did that, or you know, you just said something that really helped my day or whatever. You know, stuff like. Because at the end of the day, for me as a personality, I kind of stay away from certain things because I just think about children in the car and stuff like that. And I kind of quote stay safe. So just to know that I kind of keep it safe a little bit, and in my personal mindset of my morals might positively affect somebody else. I like that part.
One thing that I dislike, I guess, is always wanting more. We're part-time, so of course we want to be full-time eventually. So it's just knowing that one day it'll come, but it's like, when is it going to come? When? But I mean, like me and Trey, we both stay positive, and we know that it'll be here one day. We're still young, we still have time. We just got to grind it out right now until we can get it. So just as long as you work hard, I believe you can get any position you want when it comes to radio.
And I would say like that, and your mindset, if you have a positive mindset, you go to work every day and people like you, certain things will start happening. Like for me, like they're training me to be like a music director. Now I didn't even, you know, that wasn't even my mindset of doing that when I came here. But, you know, I guess they show my work ethic and stuff like that. I mean, I'm going to take the opportunity because now a lot of times the jobs, they're looking for personalities, but they're also looking for music directors at once. They're looking for like an on-air personality along with a program director. That's where they're hiring jobs. They're putting 2 jobs in one now. So
What a music director.
basically, like she was saying, like they kind of program the songs for the radio station, the feel of the station, the sound of it.
And choose the personality.
Choose the personalities and stuff like that, which is cool because, like, I don't know if y'all know this guy named DJ Ayo, but he was like us 2 years ago. But then he became the program director in Miami, and then now he's like in LA. He's like the assistant program director in LA, and also the on air. He's like the midday guy. So I mean, you know.
So the more you know, the better. And like I was talking about production earlier, now I've always read commercials and stuff like that. So now they have me like the assistant production girl. So now I'm like on almost every commercial now. GCI, B103, the gospel station. So like Trey is learning the programming part, I'm learning the production part. So that's gonna make us, you know, more wanted in this business because we can do everything now. So just always learn everything